Hey, it's Kathy Lindert here with another quick video to help you to not hold on to anger, especially when you're angry at yourself. You know, lately, a lot of people are walking around angry, whether they're angry at others or they're disappointed and angry at themselves. Some of the people come in and say, I just can't stop eating, or I just don't know how to quit smoking. And I get so mad. I get mad at myself. Why can't I do this? And the easiest answer that I can give you is a lot of times it's the way that you speak to yourself. Because when a person says, I can't do this, why can't I do this? And they even throw up their hands, or the best is, I know what I should do and I would do it, but you know what comes out of butts? I don't have to be graphic, do I? I think you get it. So when we start changing the way that you speak to yourself and the way that you start owning your words, I know that sometimes I get disappointed. Maybe a client like today didn't show up, right? And I could be angry at the client, but I was also angry at myself because I know better. I have to follow up usually a day or two beforehand, and I didn't. And when I don't do what I'm supposed to, then sometimes it doesn't work out the way I want it. And when that happens, there are times, tendencies, especially from the past, where I'd want to eat. I needed something to comfort me, to make me feel good. Chocolate and Oreos are my thing. I do not carry with me chocolate and Oreos because if I did, I would be eating them. Get angry about myself with that too. But I don't. So what do? Let me just shut this baby off. Go. I talk to myself. Sometimes I'll tap. I'll do tapping. And if I haven't taught you tapping, I could do a lesson on that. That'll be for the future. Most of the times, I change my language. And I will say my three favorite words, which are just going to do the initials FTS. And again, if you're my client, most likely you know what I'm saying. And then I say, enough, enough. You know what you were supposed to do. You didn't do it. Now you know you have to do this. It's a requirement. And then I decide, what am I going to do with these 2 hours? And I mark it. Or sometimes I say, you know, I can go home and play with my dogs. I could do something that's a little fun for me. But I decided not to eat because then I'll get angrier at myself. Because as soon as I put that food into my mouth and I taste it, and though it tastes good for that much, like boom, then, and sometimes what happens with clients, and maybe this is something that happens with you, is then they get the screw it. I'm already cheated. I'm already done. I'm going to buy a pack or I'm going to go and eat because I blew the day. Instead of saying, wait, get control. Let's think about this. We're going to allow the conscious part of our brain, that's the bad voice, to hijack us, to say, it never worked anyway. And let's go. I got the keys to the car. Hop in. Or are we going to say, well, wait, we're going to allow an emotion to have us go crazy? No. Because remember, your subconscious mind is listening always. It's always going to say, your wish is my command. And it's always going to say, okay, really? All right. Doesn't argue. So with hypnosis, And with the changing of your language, it changes the way that you think and your attitude. Sometimes I'll even put on some music. I love this new, um, not really a band, but it's called Audio Machine. And I'm guessing that they play a lot of music for whether it's Marvel or sometimes it even sounds like Disney, but it's got very powerful, it's all music. And I'll put on my favorite song, which is Promises to Keep. And once I start listening to that song, I'll see if I can get it while we're here. When I start listening to that song, I know I'm good. I feel great because then I'm no longer allowing an emotion to rule me. Instead, I'm ruling myself. So this is what I listen to. It's the Life album from Audio Machine, and it's Promises to Keep. And the reason why I like this is one, the title, and two, the music just lifts my soul, makes me feel great. And then at one point, it almost feels like you're taking off, like you're flying. And that's exactly what you can do. Because when you change your language, it changes your attitude and it totally changes your outcome. So I want you to remember, if you have a bad day or a bad moment, because most of the times it's just a moment, you can fly, let it go, change your language, and don't allow an emotion to hijack you. So get out there and have an awesome day.